My goodness, we're having an Angel Reese appreciation celebration today.
Angel Reese just dropped 19 points and 20 rebounds against the Phoenix Mercury. Sounds amazing, right? But here's the thing. The Chicago Sky lost by 20. What's really going on with Reese's stats? Are we seeing a superstar in the making, or just some fancy number tricks? Let's talk numbers, because Angel Reese's stats are off the charts. She's the only WNBA player this season with back-to-back games of 10-plus points, 10-plus rebounds, and 5-plus steals. That's not just good, it's record-breaking stuff. We're talking about a rookie who's already making seasoned pros look like they're playing catch-up, but here's where things get weird. Some fans are saying Reese's numbers don't add up. They're looking at these monster stats and scratching their heads. Why? Because while Reese is piling up the points and rebounds, her team, the Chicago Sky, isn't exactly soaring. Remember that game we mentioned earlier. 19 points, 20 rebounds for Reese. Sounds amazing, right? But the Sky lost by 20 points. That's not just a loss, that's a blowout.
Brittany Griner and Diana Taurasi. Yeah, the Sky lost by 20 points.
And it's got people asking questions. Now, let's talk about Camila Cardoso. She's another rookie on the Sky, and she's been putting up some solid numbers too. But here's the thing. Cardoso's playing time has been all over the place. One game she's on the court for 28 minutes, the next it's down to 16. What's going on? Some fans think they've cracked the code. They're saying the Sky's strategy is all about making Reese look good. Is the team sacrificing Cardoso's development just to pad Reese's stats? It's a wild theory, but in the world of professional sports,
I've had a theory for a while that the Sky have been sidelining their center. Last night, Cardoso, 16 minutes. 35 minutes for Reese.
stranger things have happened. Let's break it down. Reese is grabbing rebounds left and right. She's got a nose for the ball, no doubt about it. But when you look at the game footage, something doesn't quite add up. There are plays where it seems like her teammates are almost handing her rebounds. Is this just good teamwork, or is there something more going on? And then there's the scoring. Reese is putting up points, but at what cost?
As they're celebrating the fact that Angel Reese actually shot 50% from the field.
There are moments in games where she's taking shots that make you wonder, is she going for the best play for the team, or is she just trying to keep her double-double streak alive? Speaking of that streak, Reese has set a WNBA record for consecutive double-doubles. She's surpassed Candace Parker, a legend of the game. That's huge for a rookie. But here's the question. Does it mean as much when your team is struggling? Now, don't get me wrong, Reese's defensive skills are impressive. She's got quick hands and great instincts. Those steals aren't just falling into her lap, but when it comes to shooting, there are still some question marks. Remember, part of the reason she was drafted was because there were worries about her ability to be a high-usage player. So what's really going on here? Is Reese the next big thing in the WNBA, or is she just really good at filling up the stat sheet? The fans are split. Some are praising her contributions, calling her a game changer. Others are looking at the bigger picture, wondering if these individual stats really matter when the team is struggling. Remember that game against the Mercury? Let's break it down play by play. Reese was all over the court, grabbing rebounds left and right. But something caught my eye, and I bet you missed it the first time around. There's this one play where Reese gets the ball near the top of the key. She takes a dribble, stops, and then, wait for it, starts dribbling again. Did you catch that? Watch it again in slow-mo. That's a textbook double dribble, but the whistle never blew.
What is that? Then nobody knows. Nobody knows what that is. Every shot she takes looks like it's just a Hail Mary prayer.
And it's not just a one-time thing. We found at least 3 more instances in that game alone where Reese got away with similar moves. Now, let's talk about Reese's shooting. You'd expect a star player to have a smooth, confident stroke, right? But some of these shots look more like desperate heaves than solid basketball. There's this one play where Reese catches the ball on the wing, pump fakes twice, even though no defender is close, and then launches a shot barely grazes the rim. Is this what a star player's shot selection should look like? It's not just about the misses, though. It's about the decision making. There are moments when Reese has a teammate wide open under the basket, but instead, she opts for a contested jumper. Sure, she might grab her own rebound and pad those stats, But is that really helping the team? Now compare this to what Caitlin Clark's been doing on the court. While Reese is racking up numbers, Clark is racking up wins. What's more important, Clark's not just scoring, she's making her teammates better. She's finding the open player, setting up easy baskets, and most importantly, her team is winning games. Let's look at the numbers. In their last 5 games, Clark averaged 22 points, 8 assists, and 7 rebounds. Her team won 4 out of those 5. Reese, she put up 18 points, 15 rebounds, and 3 assists per game. Impressive, right? But her team only won 1 out of 5. It's like the old saying goes, stats don't tell the whole story. But here's where it gets really interesting. Reese made some comments about the officiating that raised a few eyebrows. She implied that the refs were favoring Clark, saying, it's like they're not even watching the same game when she's on the court. Now, every player thinks they're not getting calls, but to call out another player like that, that's next level. And it's not just the fans who are noticing. Other players in the league are starting to talk. One veteran, who asked to remain anonymous, said, Reese is talented, no doubt, but there's more to this game than just filling up the stat sheet. You gotta make your team better. So, is Angel Reese really exposed, or is there more to this story? Let's hear what her teammates have to say. Sky's point guard, Courtney Vandersloot, defended Reese in a recent press conference. Angel's working hard out there. She's young, she's learning, and she's got a ton of potential. We're all figuring out how to play together, but not everyone on the team seems to be on the same page. Camila Cardoso, when asked about her reduced playing time, gave a diplomatic but telling response. I'm here to help the team in whatever way I can. Of course, I want to play more, but that's up to the coach. All right, let's talk about the dynamic duo that's got everyone talking, Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso. These two rookies are making WNBA history together, and it's not just because of their individual stats. They've done something no other rookie pair has done before. They've recorded double-doubles in the same game 3 times this season. That's crazy. But here's the weird part. Fans aren't exactly jumping for joy. Why? Because while Reese and Cardoso are putting up numbers, the Chicago Sky are struggling. It's like having 2 shiny new sports cars in your garage, but you can't figure out how to drive them both at the same time. Let's break it down. In a recent game against the Dream, Reese finished with 11 points and 13 rebounds. Not bad, right? Cardoso wasn't far behind with 10 points and 11 rebounds. On paper, that looks great, but the Sky still lost. It's like they're solving half the puzzle, but can't quite figure out the whole picture. Now, here's where things get interesting. Some fans are starting to wonder if the Sky's strategy is all about making Reese look good. Is the team sacrificing Cardoso's development just to pad Reese's stats? It's a tough question, but it's one we've got to ask. Think about it. Cardoso's playing time has been all over the place. One game she's on the court for nearly 30 minutes, the next she's barely hitting 15. That's not the kind of consistency you want for a rookie trying to find her footing in the league, but Cardoso doesn't seem to be letting it get to her. After one game where both she and Reese performed well, she joked, "When I got drafted, I said, nobody's going to get rebounds over us when me and Angel are together." That's the kind of confidence you want to see. Is it enough? Let's look at the bigger picture. The Sky's record is 4-6. That's not great. In fact, it's pretty disappointing for a team with this much young talent. Something's not clicking, and it might be bigger than just Reese or Cardoso. Is it a coaching issue? Are they not using their rookies effectively? Or is it just growing pains as the team tries to figure out how to integrate these new stars into their system? Whatever it is, the Sky need to figure it out fast if they want to turn their season around. Now, let's talk about something that really stirred up the hornet's nest. Remember when Reese called out the refs for favoring Caitlin Clark? Things got heated real quick. Fans were divided, players were chiming in, and suddenly it wasn't just about basketball anymore. But here's the thing. Was Reese right? It's a touchy subject. Every player thinks they're not getting calls, but to call out another player like that, that's bold. Some fans backed her up, saying it's about time someone spoke up. Others thought it was sour grapes. The truth is, this isn't just about Angel Reese anymore. It's not even just about the Chicago Sky. This whole situation is forcing us to look at how we judge success in the WNBA. Is it all about individual stats, team wins, or is it something more?